We all know summer bodies are made in the winter, right? Here's the #1 hormone that's preventing you from unbigging that back.
Hey guys,
My name is Michelle.
Anita, Sarah, Leah, Peyton, Talia,
Jazz. Marquita.
I'm a physique.
products.
Period. You love to see.
You already know what this is. It is Dr.Trehunna from Physique. And today we're going to talk about the main hormone that is causing you to gain all the weight and from you losing that back roll or losing that teacher arm, etc. This hormone is called insulin. But a lot of people do not understand why insulin causes you to not lose weight. So we all know about type 1 diabetics. We all heard about type 2 diabetics. Boosie Badass, he's a type 1 diabetic, which means what? He needs to shoot in insulin every single day just for him to live. And everybody has a diabetic in the family, which means what? They actually got to shoot in insulin as well. What is the difference? A type 1 diabetic don't have enough insulin being created by their pancreas or in their body. And a type 1 diabetic, let's be real, they're usually skinny, they're usually frail. A type 2 diabetic means that their body's producing so much insulin that their body's not even responding to their own insulin. They need an exogenous source of insulin to help them out. And a type 2 diabetic on average is heavy set or heavier. We see that the main hormone insulin that's being produced in our pancreas is stopping people from losing weight or making people gain weight. So insulin is the energy storage hormone for your body. When your pancreas starts producing insulin, it tells all of your cells in your body what to do. It tells your fat cells and your muscle cells and even your liver and even your heart cells.
We want you to store this glucose and store it inside your cells.
Majority of the cells in your body runs off glucose. So when insulin is being produced, that's telling the cells,
Hey, you can finally take this energy and store it.
but when insulin is high, it inhibits your body from lipolysis, which is actually breaking down fat, and beta oxidation, which is actually burning the fat. So when you see a lot of programs that promote, oh, you're gonna lose fat, right? They're really talking about lipolysis, which is now your body's gonna start breaking down fat as its main source of fuel. But if you're not burning the fat, it really doesn't matter. So that's the difference between like a ketogenic diet and a low carb diet. Because a lot of low carb diets, they keep the carbs low enough where your body is actually breaking down fat, but because you're actually active, maybe because you are lifting weights, maybe because you're actually going for walks, now you're actually burning the fat that's actually being released into the bloodstream. But if you're someone who's just following a ketogenic diet, eating nothing but almonds, nuts, and olive oil all day long, but you're not mobilizing and you're not burning the fat, it doesn't really matter. That's why some people be on a ketogenic diet, they lose weight in the beginning, but after a certain amount of time, they stop losing weight because your insulin is low, but you're not burning that fat because you're not in a caloric deficit. Why you're not in a caloric deficit? Because fat has more calories in it per gram than carbs and protein. Protein got 4 calories in it per gram. Carbs got 4 calories in it per gram. Fat got 9. That means you gotta be a lot more mindful with your fat intake than your protein and carb intake. But keep in mind, the thing that spikes your insulin the most is gonna be carbs. And that's why I see a lot of your favorite influencers, they're eating rice, right? With chicken, or chicken, broccoli, and rice, or potatoes. It's about where the carb is coming from. That is the problem. If you're a type 2 diabetic, these people eat a lot of processed carbs. Smoothies, right? I've never seen a smoothie oasis. They're drinking a lot of orange juices or just juices in general. You probably might catch them drinking a lot of sodas. They might be eating a lot of Kind bars, eating a lot of snacks. I don't have time for a meal. These are the people that usually have weight issues. They're eating all throughout the day and they microdose it. They're eating calories from sun up to sundown. Starbucks, maybe a couple apple and peanut butters, and at the end of the night, ice cream. Snacks. They're not eating meals. A type 1 diabetic, because their body don't produce enough insulin naturally, guess what? There's something called diabulimia, where these people, they know that they're type 1 diabetic, but they also know if I lower my dosage of insulin, which means I'm not giving my body enough insulin, it's literally impossible for me to gain weight. If I don't give my body enough insulin, I'm not telling my body to store this energy, which means that I can lose weight. But the issue is, I am damaging my nerves. I'm damaging my arteries. But because I want to be thin, I am basically trading in being skinny for my overall health. So that's why type 1 diabetics, they have to poke themselves because this glucose in their system is running rampant and it could cause a lot more damage than they think. So you need to have insulin in your body. You just need to manage your insulin. So what is the best tip for you to start unbigging your back and for you to drop your insulin, which means now your body can start utilizing more body fat? You need to stop eating processed foods. Also, you need to pay attention to sugary carbs, right? All carbs are not created equal. If you're getting carbs from broccoli, yes, believe it or not, that's a carb. People didn't know that. It's not going to respond the same as if you're having carbs coming from candy or carbs coming from a low carb snack. Even though it is a snack, even though it's low carb, it could be even sugar free. It is still man-made. You want to have less of these carbs. Also, you do not want to be drinking your calories. So you're saying,
Oh, Trey, well, I'm just having my Starbucks. I'm just having a matcha latte. I heard that matcha is helpful for me.
yes, a matcha is healthy for you. But the latte aspect, the pumps of sugar that they're adding into it, the oat milk that you're adding into it, that is not ideal. You see what I'm saying? So no food on this earth is bad. It's the associations we have with that food. That's what makes it bad. So you need to cut out all the additives. And the best thing for you to do is for 1 solid week. If you really try to unbig your back, if you really want to see the scale drop now, if not exponentially, tell yourself, I'm gonna only eat single ingredient foods for 1 week. So if you want some blueberries, have some blueberries. If you want some mangoes, have some mangoes. Make sure they're not dry. Have real mangoes. If you want to have some rice, have some rice. Don't add butter to it. Don't fry the rice. You want some wings, you can have air fried wings. Once you start paying attention to these little things and you're not eating things that come in a bag, box, or has a barcode on it, I promise you, you're gonna start seeing the scale drop a lot more because you're taking the guesswork out of it. When you look at a label and you look at the ingredients and you see 25 different ingredients in it, that means there's 25 different factors that could cause you to not see the scale drop. And by the way, majority of the things that has a lot of carbs in it that's coming in a package, it don't have a lot of fiber in it, which fruits and vegetables naturally do. Which means that now, because you got some carbs alongside with the fiber, now it's gonna slow down how much glucose is being released into the bloodstream. So you're slowing it down. But when you're having something like a donut, when you're having something like the Kind bar,
Oh, well, Trey, I'm having this Kind bar because I heard it was healthy. People who hike eating Kind bars.
but you're not hiking and you are working remotely, you're sitting down, you're sedentary, you're giving your body too many carbs than what it requires based off how active you are. You always want to keep your protein number high. You want to hit about 100 grams of protein per day if you're trying to lose weight, but also you need to give your body carbs depending on how active you're gonna be. It's really that simple. Cut out the processed foods, cut out the snacks. If you're gonna have a snack, just have fruit for a whole entire week. Cut out the crazy juices that got more than 10 calories in it. And last but not least, eat single food ingredients for 1 full week. And I promise you the scale is gonna drop a little bit more because you're simply allowing your insulin levels to drop, which means that now your body's able to actually start burning its own body fat. That's your reset tip of the day. Just gonna be stay snatched all the time, all the summertime. Let's unbig that back, ladies. Summer bodies are made in the winter. Cool. Talk to you soon.